So what's your idea, Mouse?
Well, all your original robot creations have been based on replicating the humanoid shape.
All of them, except Marmoset.
There's always an exception that proves the rule, McCluck, and really, I wanted to see if I could create a machine inspired by man's most faithful companion.
So let's build us a mutt.
Dog robots are nothing new, Mouse. They've appeared in so many works of fiction, the most famous of which being K9 from Doctor Who.
So famous, it's even been officially recreated in Lego.
I'm well aware, Captain. Just like I'm aware Lumi Bricks got in on the act when they included a brick-built robot dog in their cyberpunk izakaya set.
And let's not forget real-life examples like those coming from Boston Dynamics.
How could we forget those? But actually, my inspiration came from a Lego Space Police set released in 2009, the K9 Bot.
If they've already created a robot dog, what's your goal here?
To greatly improve it.
So what are we waiting for? Let's get building.
The space is yours, Mouse. Thank you, Captain. Okay. I may be jumping to another species for inspiration, but I still intend to preserve your style, sir. Like using a blue tile for the recharge connection and a tan piece at the back.
Very thoughtful of you, Mouse.
I'm sure you'll recognize many pieces used for the actual K9 Bot in my own build.
Less stalling and more building.
Alright. I'm starting with a mechanical droid torso for the rear of the robot, followed by an inverted 1x1 bracket piece, and I know you like this piece, Captain. A 1x1 round tile with a bar.
I do appreciate it for sure, but that's a weird assortment of pieces you've got here, Mouse.
Well, it's gonna get a little weirder, Captain. You see, I need that last piece so I can reverse the build order with the next one, a 1x1 round plate with an open stud, placed the other way around.
I must admit I didn't see that one coming.
Me neither. Looks like Mouse likes interestingly complex builds.
I wouldn't say my build is complex, McCluck. It's only a handful of pieces.
Yeah, you've only used 4 and already you're building in unusual directions.
It's really nothing special, guys. Honest. I needed to reverse the order so I can add another one of those mechanical droid torsos for the front.
Okay, but isn't that assortment of pieces kinda fragile, as they're each only connected by a single stud? Is that a good way to go about it for what looks like the main body of your robot dog?
Way ahead of you there, McCluck. In order to strengthen the build, I'm using a mechanical droid arm piece to connect those two torsos through their underside handle.
I think that's ingenious. Plus it gives the dog body a distinctive shape.
Thanks, Gigi. Now, for the leg, if you look back at Lego's K9 Bot, they use the same part for all 4 of them.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I do like that part, and in fact I'm going to be using it too, but if you look at actual dogs, their front and back legs are shaped differently, and Lego recently released a part that I feel is ideal for its back legs.
Oh, it's like that part was made just for your robot.
I know, right? So, for the front legs, I'll use the same ones as that K9 Bot.
Why reinvent the wheel, eh?
Why indeed. Now it's time to add your distinctive touches, Captain. First, the recharge cap, which is placed at the top and was the reason why I used a bracket as part of the dog's body earlier on.
I was wondering what you were going to do with that.
And every dog has a tail, right?
Not every dog.
Well, every dog should have one, McCluck, and my robot's no exception. So I'm using this relatively recent and highly useful part to attach to the back mechanical torso.
That piece has found its way into more of my robots than I had anticipated. And once it's available in more colors, we'll be upgrading a few others with it too.
I'm using that piece to attach the tail, which is the same part you use for all your tail-bearing robots.
And here I thought we weren't gonna need that rare piece again.
If you can't find it as is, it's always possible to get an all-black one and an all-tan one and slap the antenna pieces around, McCluck.
Ha, true that.
Now we've got to build the head. For that, let's attach to the front torso piece a 1x2 modified plate with a horizontal clip on the end.
Why the long face?
Trust me, Gigi, you'll love this. At the back, I'll be using a modified 1x1 plate with handles on both ends.
The same piece we used to recreate those replicators from Stargate.
The very same, Cap.
Are these like its ears or something?
Exactly right. Some kind of radar-type auditory sensors, if you like. And for the front of the head, I'm once again inspired by Lego's K9 Bot, who had a transparent 1x1 triangular piece, except I thought I'd use a 1x2 slope piece instead.
Nice head, and I like its trans blue look. It makes it look less threatening.
Actually, I thought his head color could change depending on its state. For instance, blue would be everything's normal. Then we could use trans yellow for like yellow alert, and trans red for when danger's about.
Danger! Will Robinson!
Exactly that.
It would help Doc know when there's about to be trouble.
What was that about me?
So, what do you think of my dog robot?
I surprisingly like it. Does it do tricks?
I know you're joking, McCluck, but it actually does. you can make it sit like a genuine dog.
That's actually pretty cool.
And you know what? Since you paired Gibbon with Marmoset,
A match made in a galaxy far, far away.
I thought we could match Mutt with Simeon.
Bringing the whole series full circle. I like that. And what does M.U.T.T stand for?
Mechanical, utilitarian, tactical tracker.
So, kind of a scout.
Exactly. Hence the pairing with our long-range exploratory robot.
Well, Mouse, this is a fine addition to our collection, and I'm really glad we had enough time to include it in our series. Well done.
Thank you, Captain.
So tell us, what do you think of this robotic dog? Is it a great way to finish our series? Whatever your thoughts, do let us know in the comments. And if you like what we do, and how we do it,
and you feel you'd like to help us out,
please consider joining our Patreon.
We'll leave a link to it down in the description.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.
Not so fast, Captain.
What do you mean? We've reached the end of the year? We can't possibly add another robot to our collection.
Except you're forgetting the year we're about to enter.
2026, what of it?
Come on, Captain. Don't you know that's the year Metropolis was set in?
And?
And how could we have done a robot series without including the one that started it all?
I'm well aware, Captain. Just like I'm aware Lumibricks got in on the act when they included a brick-built robot dog in their cyberpunk. Whew. Mouse never really breathes.